Hey everybody, Stephanie Brewer here from Kids First Education coming at you with Math in a Minute. Today we're going to look at 8EE4, performing operations with numbers expressed in scientific notation. I've already put one here for you, 5 and 1/10 times 10 to the third times 2 times 10 to the negative 7. Well, let's look at 5 and 1/10 times 2. If you multiply that, and remember, you're allowed to use your calculator, you get 10 and 2/10. All right, well, 10 to the third times 10 to the negative 7th. Remember that when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. 3 plus negative 7 is negative 4. Now, if we look at this number, you can see that 10 well, let's go back. 10 and 2/10 is not between 1 and 9.99999, as you learned in a previous video. So we're going to shift our place by dividing by 10, our place value. Okay, and the decimal will move there because the place value shifted. And if I divide by 10, then I multiply by 10. And when I'm finished, I have 1 and 2/100 times 10 to the negative third. Great. Let's do another. This one is division. I like to rewrite my division as a fraction, so I'm going to do that right now. And it means the same thing, but it's easier for me to see. So now I just look at the numerical part, 9 divided by 4. And if you use a calculator, that is 2 and 25/100. And now I'm going to do 10 to the 8th divided by 10 squared. Well, 8 minus 6, because that's what you do when you divide like bases, you subtract the exponents, will give us what? 10 to the 6. Very nice. Let's do this again. I rewrote it as a fraction. 4 and 4/10 divided by 2 is 2 and 2/10. 10 to the 5th divided by 10 to the negative 8. 5 minus a negative 8 is, you got it, that is 13. All right, now let's look at a real world problem. The thickness of a U.S. quarter is approximately 1 8/10 times 10 to the negative 3 meters. If 6 times 10 to the 4th quarters are stacked on top of each other, calculate the height of the stack in meters. Express your answer in scientific and standard notation. All right, well, let's look at that problem. It'll be multiplication because I'm going to keep stacking and it'd be like repeated addition. I'm going to multiply 1 and 8/10 times 6. That gives me 10 and 8/10. And 10 to the negative third times 10 to the 4th is 10 to the 1st. Well, first let's look at standard notation. If I multiply 10 and 8/10 times 10, the place value shifts 1 to the right. So this would be 108. That is standard notation. Now it's really easy to see to do scientific notation from here, because if I take my handy dandy pointer, the decimal is right here. We're going to move it shift 1 to the place value 2 places to the left. So that is dividing by 10 twice. And now we multiply by 10 to offset that operation. And this is scientific notation. All right, you did great. This has been Math in a Minute or two coming at you from Kids First Education. For more Math in a Minute videos, visit our website at www.kidsfirst.llc. Kids first, always.